back, everybody. A pantry full of canned goods can make meals more cost-effective, more convenient, and can actually be good for you. Here were some of the best selections. Welcome host of All the Right Ingredients on 11.2, the Dining Diva, Molly Fowler. Hi, Molly. Your kitchen is mixed with everything. You have your fresh stuff that you actually go buy that day. You have frozen things, and then there are times when canned goods make sense.
Right, absolutely. And you know, I think most of the time the fear with canned goods is everybody thinks, oh, the overly processed, high sodium, lots of preservatives. So there's things to watch for when you're shopping. Yeah. But there are the ones we selected today. I think offer the biggest bang for the buck in all categories, and are very convenient for you to be able to incorporate things that have really good nutrients into your diet.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of us think, you know, fresh first and then frozen second. But there are canned goods where they seal in those nutrients.
Exactly. And pumpkin, for example, is a great product from the can. The availability of pumpkin is limited only in the fall. Right. Plus, if you've ever tried to make a pumpkin pie from a whole pumpkin, oh my gosh, it's a real labor of love. So you really get the great nutrients, and you can get a lot out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the other, I'm going to turn your mic up.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can hear you a little better.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so making sure that number one, though, the thing that we need to check, and I think a lot of us during Hurricane Ike, you went to the pantry and went, thank goodness we have some canned goods. Expiration date 1985. Well, although I got so desperate, I was opening the stuff anyway. But so you know, do check the expiration date. But as you said, things that are not always available all year round, this is a great way to have it.
They're great. And another thing, Deborah, when you're looking and shopping for your canned goods, important to look at the cans, make sure there's no dents in the side, because that could break the seal and allow them to spoil. Yeah. And of course, if you go to your pantry, even if it is within the expiration date, but the top of the lid is kind of bulging, toss it. Yeah. When in doubt, throw it out.
That's a good point, because I've always walked up and said, this one has a dent in it, how much are you going to take off?
Oh, no.
Not good for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
And things you can do with pumpkin, I mean, obviously, you know, the pies, you can use that as in place of mashed potatoes.
Certainly, and you can, I make a little pumpkin soup that's really good. Saute a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, throw in some diced apple, the pumpkin, add a little chicken broth, and you've got a great soup.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the tomatoes.
You know what, canned tomatoes are an outstanding product. Many times, again, the freshest tomatoes, their season is limited, and when you go to the store, oftentimes you find the fresh ones look and taste like styrofoam. Yeah. So they really don't give you that good flavor. The canned tomato is a great product to have available all year round. Different varieties, different brands have higher sodium. Just look. Yeah. Be a good label reader. But you can use those in all your soups and stews. It's just not going to work in place of a fresh if you're doing a salad, that type of thing. But in every other regard, it's great to use.
And a lot of the cans, you'll notice where they'll put reduced sodium on there, or for example, this one right here has on there American Heart Association and a check by that. So, right. Okay. Moving on to salmon in the can versus...
Well, you know, I grew up with salmon in a can.
Salmon croquettes.
Absolutely, and they were really fabulous and still are. And it's wonderful because salmon in the can is still a great product, but is lots less expensive than buying the fresh. Right. And again, the shelf life makes it easier. When you buy fresh fish, you do have to cook it within, you know, a day or so of purchasing. So this is a great thing to have on hand, and you can just flake it, add it onto a salad. You don't have to take the as we call the heartier option by making those fattening croquettes.
Yeah, all right. Move on down to the black beans.
Black beans, any of your canned beans are great. And again, you can incorporate them into stews and soups.
Salads even,
wonderful salads. They have great fiber, great nutrients in there to add in. What I normally do is open the can, drain them, and rinse them before I put them in, so they don't have all that kind of gunky stuff on them. But wonderful to add into any of your salads. Even add them onto the top of the pizza. Put them in. Get them into your diet.
Sneak them in.
Sneak them in because they offer so much good fiber for you.
Black beans and rice. And
protein.
I mean, the whole meal there.
You bet.
Okay, and then finally moving on down to there's several of our fruits that we can use for all kinds of things, even fresh out of the can. And that's it, or adding whipped cream or doing anything else to them.
Look at you, and we were talking healthy.
That's because I know you.
I know you do not.
I just said a little dab of whipped cream. I didn't say it had to be
floated in the whipped cream. I would be the floating in it. But again, when you look at your canned fruits, buy them in they're packed in their own juices, not in a heavy syrup, so you get better nutrients from that too, and not quite so sugary. And again, put them into finely mince them. You can use them in combination with some of your peppers and some tomatoes to make a nice little salsa for grilled fish or chicken. Wonderful possibilities there. Wonderful to throw that in with other fruits to make a quick little smoothie.
And then drizzle it with chocolate.
And drizzle it with chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Exactly.
Healthy dark chocolate.
Healthy. And chase it with a glass of wine.
That's right. All right, Molly, thank you very much.
Oh, great, thank you.
Molly will be back later to show us a multi-purpose food item that every person needs in their home. What is it? Well, here's some hints. They can fit in the palm of your hand. Some think they're delicious. Others use them to polish their shoes. And some kids actually start their first business with them. Coming up after the break, though, we'll show you how to stretch your dollar by stretching the use of common household products. But right now, since today is George Washington's birthday, Chaz Miller continues testing the public on some presidential trivia.
Do you know who would take over if the President of the United States couldn't serve?
No, I don't.
I don't know his name.
Who is the current VP?
Cheney?
Welcome back, everybody. A few drops of lemon can go a long way when adding it to your dish. But did you know the same fruit could get your stainless pots and pans clean? And guess what? Mixing it with olive oil can do? It's a poor man's polish. Here to show us how versatile lemons really are, please welcome back the dining diva, Molly Fowler. Hello. And you know, it's funny, there are a couple of generations that didn't realize this. You know, my parents are 88 and 93, so they're like, this is the stuff that they had to do.
To use, right.
We're coming back to it for a number of reasons. One is cost.
Sure.
The other is that it's organic. There's no chemicals.
Right, exactly. And the lemon is wonderful. I love the smell of lemon. I think it's so bright. It perks up your senses. It is, I think the aroma is wonderful. Incorporating it in cooking is fabulous. And there's just so many things you can do with it. But first of all, you need to know how to buy lemons.
Okay.
And you want to find one that feels heavy. Because it feels heavy, it's going to have a little bit more juice.
Okay.
But it also needs to yield a little bit to your pressure.
Okay.
This one may be kind of firm, and feel this one instead.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a little softer.
Yeah.
And so those will have more juice for you.
Okay.
And in order to really get the most juice out of a lemon, you want to roll it a little bit and at room temperature. Right.
Yeah.
Store them at room temp, not in the refrigerator,
Okay.
but roll them. You can even pop them into the microwave for about 20 seconds. But I would encourage you, do not do this in front of small children. Because they will think any fruit can go into the microwave and you will have explosions. So that's not a good thing. So do it on.
And then you can clean the microwave.
That's right. So do it on the sneak.
Yeah.
But when we juice it, then after we've rolled it a little bit, we'll cut it. Lots of different kinds of juicers. You can have the little wooden reamer, or this is one of my favorites, and you just push down like this.
Yeah.
Oops, seeds going
So
everywhere.
it catches the seeds. And...
Exactly.
Okay.
So once you have this little lemon peel, still lots you can do with the lemon, because the lemon peel has great essential oils, and that gives it that really pungent flavor. So you can use that by grating it up. Lots of different tools in the kitchen to use. So of course this is exactly what I love. This to get this little fine grated peel. So it's just taking off that exterior yellow part that really is great with flavor. You use a microplane, kind of fashioned after a rasp, very, very sharp. You can use the little zester to get the little strings to garnish. So this, you use this little part at the top, just pull it across your lemon like that.
Wow, and the salt just goes...
Right, all the oil comes out.
So different ways to get the skin part, and those can be used in drinks and food and all types of things.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some other purposes. The other purposes
Other
for all
purposes.
this stuff. So keep your rinds.
Keep your rinds, and you can even let them dry and just keep them in a little jar beside your tub. They're wonderful to bleach your elbows. If your elbows kept that kind of grubby look, you just kind of rub it on there. Oh, we're going to do. Here we go.
Right now. There you
Rub
go.
it on. There you go. Exactly.
Okay, there we go. There we
And then
go.
you can also take this wonderful peeled zest of the lemon, that lemon peel, and create an incredible liqueur called, it's an Italian liqueur called limoncello. And it's, it is wonderful. You can, I actually pour it if you want to smell.
Yeah. Let me,
or taste.
Can I taste that?
Absolutely. Made from my own tree.
Oh, that has more than lemon in it.
Yes.
That's really good.
Isn't that delicious? And you keep it very, very chilled. And I also have a recipe for a limoncello cheesecake on my website if anybody wants to go. thediningdiva.com.
Okay.
It is fabulous.
All right, here's baking soda again. What did I tell you?
I know, baking soda is awesome. You can use your lemons as a cleanser. So you can either dip the halved lemon into salt if you want an abrasive, but sometimes you don't want such an abrasive.
Yeah.
But if you dip that into baking soda and then polish on the bottom of like a copper pan, that baby
Polishes
will
it up.
shine in a minute.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely,
That's an
yes.
easy one. Okay, and then mixing it with like
Sure.
a vegetable oil or olive oil. Or...
Right, a little lemon juice. If we mix that with the oil,
Okay.
just like that, there we go. Mix it with that, you've got a wonderful shoe polish. It doesn't smell like shoe polish. You just rub
Chris,
it on,
come over here
buff it
because
off.
your shoes were had a little scuffed action going on today. All right, so yeah, try that right there.
Sure.
Okay.
And here we have a little, oh, you have a
When's the
little
last
cloth.
time?
Okay, excellent.
When's the last time you polished those?
A couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. Okay, let's see. See how that works.
And you see it live here.
Okay.
All right. Give this some whirl.
All right. So there's the, well, hold on, let's see, let's get a shot of the tip of that shoe right there, the tip of the shoe. You see it's kind of scuffed up. And now,
there we
get
go.
the tip down there. Look at that. Awesome. It works. And you can even do that on some, as a furniture polish,
Furniture
too.
polish as well. Yeah, it's wonderful to use it.
All
And-
right. Oh, get your elbows. That's right. Okay, yeah, right, here, go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say,
he's wanting the limoncello.
I'll multitask. Have a drink and get your elbows done. Okay, for more information and to check out some of Molly's fantastic recipes, log on to thediningdiva.com. You can also catch Molly on our digital channel 11.2 with her show, All the Right Ingredients. That's every day at 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. All right, there's a rusty spot you missed right there. Okay. Speaking of the right ingredients, up next, ever wonder why they call it a pound cake? Well, it's a pound of deliciousness. We'll share a recipe for making the perfect pound cake, moist and flavorful every time, and it's been in the family for 5 generations. But before we do that, let's check in one more time with our own Chaz Miller. Today is actually George Washington's birthday, but behind every good man is a good woman. So let's see how well people know their first ladies.
Who was LBJ married to? Linda Bird, Lady Bird, Big Bird, Tweety Bird?
Eleanor Roosevelt?
Who was the hottest first lady?
Marilyn Monroe. Who should have been a Kennedy.
I'd say Barbara Bush.